All right, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing some odd and even functions. We're going to be looking at what constitutes an even and what constitutes an odd, just in terms of the algebra. Let's get into it. Okay, so you can see here on my screen it says a function is even if f of minus x is equal to f of x, and for all x in the domain of f. And a function is odd if f of minus x is minus f of x. So the way I like to think about it, and we'll go through examples in a second, is if I substitute minus x in my function and I get out the original function, then it's even. Okay, if I substitute minus x in the function and I get the negative version of that function, then it's odd. And if it's neither of those cases, then obviously it's neither. Okay, for the sake of this lesson today, we're only going to be looking at odd and even functions with respect to the algebra, and we'll look at the graphs in a different lesson. Okay, so to test whether this function is odd, even, or neither, f of x is equal to x squared minus 1, what we need to do is we need to substitute f of minus x into that function. So I'm going to have minus x all squared minus 1. Minus x all squared is just x squared. Take away 1. Now the question you ask yourself is this function here just exactly the starting function we had here? And if it is, which in this case it is, then it is even. All right, let's try this one. So here we've got y is equal to x to the 6 plus 3x to the 4 minus 2x squared. So what we need to do is substitute minus x into here. So minus x to the power of 6 plus 3 times minus 6 to the power of 4 minus 2 to the power of minus x squared. Okay, so any even power is just going to turn out to be positive. So minus x to the 6 is just x to the 6. Minus x to the 4 is just plus 3x to the 4. And then likewise, minus x squared is also just going to be x squared. So minus 2x squared. So once again, ask yourself, is this function just the original function? And if it is, then it's even. So yes, even. Okay, here's the next one. f of x is equal to 4x minus x cubed. So f of minus x is equal to 4 times minus x, and then minus x cubed. Okay, now the first bit here, 4 of minus x will be minus 4x. And this bit here, minus x cubed, because it's an odd power, it's going to remain even. So you're going to have two negatives. So minus x cubed is going to be plus x cubed. Okay, now once you get to this stage, most of the time you want to factorize the negative out, or factorize minus 1 out to see if it's going to be the negative version or not. Because right now, I can definitely tell it's not going to be exact same. So it's not going to be even. All right, once you factorize it out, you should get minus bracket 4x minus x cubed. So the question asks yourself, is this the negative version of the original function? And yes, right, because it's got a negative outside of that whole function. So in other words, this is minus f of x. So therefore, it's odd. Okay, let's look at this one now. So f of x is equal to 1 on x cubed minus 1. So substituting minus x into here, I'll have 1 on minus x cubed minus 1. Okay, so once again, odd power is going to remain negative. So minus x cubed minus 1. And now you want to factorize the negative out. So I'll write 1 on minus x cubed plus 1. Now, a lot of kids get confused here where this negative goes. So this negative can either go the top, numerator, in front of it, or the bottom. So just one of those three combinations. So if I just rewrite that out the front, you can see now this is the function we've got left over. Now, is this function the negative version of this? We know it's not exactly the same, right? Because you can tell. But is it the negative version of that? Well, it's not, but it's close because it's got a negative out the front, but the difference is you have a plus there. So it's not even and it's not odd. So therefore, this is neither. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So g of x is equal to x cubed over x to the 5 minus x squared. Once again, we'll substitute minus x into here. So minus x cubed over minus x to the 5 minus x squared. Odd powers will remain negative. So minus x cubed over minus x to the 5. And then even powers, so x squared, is going to stay positive. So it's just going to be minus x squared. Okay, so once again, try and factorize the denominator if you can. So here we can, right? So I've got minus x cubed at the top over minus bracket x to the 5 plus x squared. Okay, now you can pretty clearly see it's not going to be even because that's going to be differing to the original function there. But we've got two negatives here, so let's just cancel these out and write x cubed over x to the 5 plus x squared. So is this function exactly the same as that? No, so it's not even. Is it the negative version of this? No. So therefore, this is neither. Okay, so last one for this bit. So testing if this is an odd and even function. For these ones, you want to expand it out just to make your life easier, because right now I've got x minus 2 all squared. So expanding this out would be x minus 2, x minus 2. You get x squared minus 2x plus 4. So that's x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now we want to substitute y is equal to minus x into our function. So minus x all squared minus 4 times minus x plus 4. Remember, even power will be positive. Here you've got minus 4 times minus x, so that's plus 4x plus 4. Now see how this is our remaining function? What you want to do is you're going to compare this to what we expanded out here. So does this f of or y of minus x equal to our original function? Well, it's clearly not the same, and it's not the negative version. So this one will also be neither. Okay, so I hope that helped you out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.